Okay, so I've been telling all of you to ask the right questions whenever a customer rings. I wanted to do this very short video and explain how things can go wrong if you don't ask the right questions, as it did for me. I received a phone call from the police late at night. They were with an elderly lady excuse me, who had a Ford Fusion car. She'd locked her keys in the car by accident, and could I come out and get in the car for her? So I said, yeah, not a problem. So it was about 9:30 at night. It was about a 15-minute drive. So I thought, elderly lady, £75. I think anybody else at the time of the night, I might have charged £95. So I thought £75. So I get in the van, off I go. I arrive at the car. The car is a Tibby lock. I put the Tibby pick in, and it takes me maybe a couple of minutes to open the car. So I opened the car, gave the lady her keys, and I said, if you just give me a second, I'll write an invoice. That's £75. Anyway, at this point the police had gone, so it was just this elderly lady. So she looked at me with kind of horror, really, and she said to me, I thought you were a charity. So I said, well, what gave you that idea? So she said, well, the police rang you, I didn't. She said, the police rang you and just said to me, somebody's coming out to open your car. The police never said to me, somebody is coming out to open your car and it will cost you £75. Because she said, if the police had have said that, I would have said, don't bother, because I don't have £75. So I kind of stood there, looking at this elderly lady, probably in her 80s, and to be honest, I just didn't know what to say. So again, I just said, okay, don't worry about it, and off I went. So when I got home, I thought, I'm going to give the police a call, and I'm going to explain to them what happened, because I think it was unfair of them to give the lady the impression that this was a free service. So my immediate reaction was to call the operations room, or to email the police and just let them know what had happened. But then I kind of sat down and I started to think about whose fault was it? Who was at fault for this? So I started to have a think about this, and the answer was, it was my fault. And why was it my fault? Well, it was my fault because simply I didn't ask the right questions when the police rang me. Because what I should have said to the police is, can you convey to the elderly lady that it will be £75 for me to come out and open her car? Or I should have said to the police, can you pass the phone over to the lady so I can explain to her that there is a charge for me coming out? But I didn't do that. So really, there's no point in me blaming Plod, and there's no point in me kind of blaming the old lady, because really it was my fault for not asking the right questions on the phone. So again, what this shows you is, by not asking the right questions, things can go wrong. So what I would say to you is, if the police ring you, make sure you say to the police, can you convey to the customer this is how much it will cost? Or can you hand the phone to the customer so I can convey to them how much it's going to cost? Again, if the AA call you and they ask you can do a job, again, just say, can they convey to the customer that there will be a cost, because a customer may assume the AA are paying for it, or can you pass the phone to the customer so I can convey to them. So just be aware of outside agencies ringing you, because the customer themselves, or the person that's locked the keys in the car, or locked the baby in the car, they may think that because a third party are ringing you that they don't have to pay. So hopefully this will help you.